Good morning, all. Welcome to Rugby Chat again on a Tuesday, 22nd of July, 2025. Wow. Probably be a sharp, short show today, but we've still got a lot to get through. And as per usual, if you're watching on YouTube or on the Book of Faces, drop us a line, ask your questions, and we'll try and answer them. But hopefully we'll have Mike on the comments at some point today. He's feeling a bit off weather. And so, as I said to him, have a whiskey and rug up. It is pretty cold here in Kiwi land at the moment. But first off, I suppose we've got to do is have a look at what happened over the weekend. And if we jump on to the results here, well, Scotland bounced back last weekend against Samoa after their defeat in Fiji the week prior, getting up by 41 points to 12. The Argentinian 15 continued the misery for the poor Romanians by 52-14. And then in a tight tussle, the Spanish got up in a thriller against Canada by 24 points to 23. We do have the All Blacks, and we'll talk about that after just running through the results from the weekend. But, of course, the ABs, they got up, clinched the series 3-0 against the French by 29-19. The Australians were woeful against the British Lions, 27-19. And now that there was the British Lions' first ever win in Brisbane, so congratulations to them. Again, we'll get stuck into the Lions stuff after these results. And then on top of that, we've got South Africa. Now, I actually thought this was going to be a blowout because I thought, Georgia, they got beaten by Free State Cheetahs the other week. And, 55-10. It wasn't a bad performance. I mean, the score blew out near the end for the Georgians, and but South Africa, yeah. But one thing I did notice was they was setting up a lineup there at Umbala Stadium, and they had fireworks going off around the ground. I mean, really? Do you want to be sitting there watching a game of rugby and then all of a sudden you got fireworks all blast? Not your flame and stuff, but actual fireworks. It was just like, oh my God. Anyway, after that, we had the New Zealand under-20s blew it basically against the South Africans. But like the All Blacks, they had 3 opportunities to score tries and they pretty much butchered every one of them. So congratulations to the baby Springboks, getting up 23-15. And then, of course, we had Argentina taking on Uruguay. Uruguay were in it for a while, but Argentina came back and basically put the result everyone expected. And then, as we're heading to a World Cup in the United States coming up in a couple of years' time, okay, England, easy winners over USA, 40 points to 5. But this game was held up a couple of times, basically, for weather conditions, lightning strikes and stuff. This also happened during the current FIFA Club World Cup in America as well. So I'm sure the World Rugby will be looking at this to see what will happen when the USA hosts the World Cups coming up in a few years' time, because can't keep just stopping games because there might be a lightning strike. I understand it's for safety and all that, but hey. But then anyway, good on England's D team to get up over the USA. They've got a lot of work to do. Then down in South America there, we had Chile taking on Brazil. And great game. Chile did get up and win this one by 35 points to 21 in the qualifiers. There are a few more games this weekend, which we'll cover in a few minutes. And then Namibia, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Yes, I do even have the Zimbabwe jersey. Got up by 30 points to 28. Now, if you saw on Rugby Redefined our fun virtual of this game, believe it or not, okay, we had Namibia winning 14-7. Okay, whoopee. we were wrong. But I can officially tell you that the first game I ran on this, we had a final score of 38-35 to Zimbabwe. And I went, wow, that's an awesome result, awesome game. And then when I went to load the video, somehow between me finishing the video and loading it, it actually got corrupted somewhere. Oh, I was so annoyed. So I thought, oh, I'll run the game again. We ran 3 more games with Namibia winning 14-7. And I thought, wow, okay. But I wish that first one had actually worked, because then we would have pretty much nailed that one. But congratulations, Zimbabwe. First time at the Rugby World Cup since 1991. Namibia, though, still have a chance in the repecharges to get through as well. But Zimbabwe can pack their bags for Australia and now start preparing. It'll be awesome to see Zimbabwe, the Sables, back in the, what do you call it? The limelight on the world stage. So anyway, as I said, All Blacks 29-19. And I tell you what, we said before even the team was announced, keep an eye on Fabian Holland. That guy was a machine during the 3 test matches. He played 240 minutes, his first 3 test matches, and it's like he's been there forever. And for me, Fabian Holland was definitely the player of the series there for New Zealand to get up and win. Brodie McAllister came off the bench, and I have to shout this out because, yep, you're seeing that right. He is a North Canterbury lad, out of Kaiapoi, went up, plays for the Chiefs, also has played for Canterbury in the past and the Crusaders. But at the end of the day, it's another Heartland player we will take as becoming an All Black. So there is, below Heartland with North Canterbury actually only a sub-union. But, hey, congratulations to Brodie McAllister, All Black number 1229. So, the series won, where to now? So, the All Blacks have to prepare now, a couple of weeks off before they go to Argentina for the Rugby Championship. And, we'll be really, really interested to see who Razor brings in as his squad for the Rugby Championship, because, there are a few injuries. A few players might have played themselves out of the game, out of the team for the Rugby Championship. But, hey, at the end of the day, All Blacks 3-0. Even if they've all got to play each other. It's a bit like when Cyprus play Lithuania. They might be the, 5th tier of world rugby, but it's still a test match. And the ABs went out and defeated the French test team 3-0. And kept that record of having never lost a three-game series, not winning it 3-0. So congratulations to the ABs. Then after that game, we headed over to Australia for the British Lions. Oh, the Aussies just were not in it. I mean, I think it was 9 minutes in. It was like 10-0 or something to the Lions. And they just never gave it up. It was the first win for the Lions in Brisbane. So congratulations to them. But I tell you what, the Australians have a lot of work to do in Melbourne this Saturday in front of probably 100,000 people. They've said the MCG is a sellout. It's going to be a spectacle to watch. I have got a couple of comments here. Who have we got having a chat to us this morning? Good morning, Daniel Cox, tuning in from the Bay of Plenty. Thank you for watching. And also, Mike, morning. No alcohol till finals day Saturday. Oh, well, yes, it was a disappointing show too from the by the Wallabies. Mike, I totally agree with you. And I'll come up with what Mike's on about this week, because he's a bit excited, because we've still got club finals happening around New Zealand, and so we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, after the what do you call it? test matches in the weekend. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit blurry. I apologise. But these are the latest, world rankings, which we've been doing at Rugby Redefined for many, many years. We even include teams that aren't officially test nations, but they play full test matches, which is a real pain in the butt, i.e. Cyprus. They're not even listed in it, but they play every year 3 or 4 test matches, and of course you have to put them in there. But anyway, you'll notice that at the top there, if you can see it, South Africa still number 1, but New Zealand the All Blacks are biting into their lead. I think they're only by 0.7 or 1 point behind, less than 1 point behind the South Africans now. So when these games come up in the Rugby Championship, oh wow, they're going to be huge, because Argentina, they're there sitting down in 7th place at the moment. They've actually dropped a spot, and it's just the way the world rankings go. Don't blame me. But even though Australia lost, they did climb 2 spots, so over Argentina and Scotland. How that happened must have been the win against Fiji, who are sitting there in 9th. But anyway, that is what the current top 10 look like, with teams like Georgia and Wales. Wales, with their win, climbed a couple of spots back up to 12th place from 14th at the last count. And Chile, well, they're there sitting in 20th place, so congratulations to the Chileans. So the reason I was just bringing up all that is there are still test matches on this weekend, and this is an important game for Namibia coming up. They play United Arab Emirates, who were the runners-up in the Asian comp, behind Hong Kong. So this is another qualifier. So this is when we start going into all these convoluted cross-country continent stuff. But Namibia will be looking at taking that out. That 1 a.m. my time is New Zealand time. So I don't know if I'll stay up and watch that. I might do. And then, of course, the South American qualifiers continue, with Chile it's their turn now to host Brazil. And after the result in the weekend where they got up over the Brazilians, I think Chile should probably take this one out. But then we also get a first look at Paraguay and Uruguay. So, as I said, plenty to get on with. But, of course, we do have women's internationals this week, because we are coming near the, the Rugby World Cup, of course. We've got Italy playing Scotland. We've got the South Africans. They're warming up against the New Zealand Black Ferns 15. That will be at 12 o'clock on Saturday, New Zealand time, I believe. Check your local diaries. And then, of course, we've got Australia playing Wales, and then Japan taking on Spain. So plenty of women's international rugby to feast on over the weekend. But talking about the World Cup, the Black Ferns, they're playing on Friday. This Friday coming up, the Black Ferns will be announcing from Wellington their World Cup squad to defend the title over there in the UK. It'll be interesting to see who's there. Of course, everyone's saying Ruby Tui is back in the fold. I hope she is. She still has plenty to give. But I tell you what, after watching the Black Ferns live against the Wallaroos, the Australian girls in Wellington a couple of weeks back, it was a awesome performance by them. And but the Australians have a lot to work on, but keep an eye on them in the World Cup. I think they might upset a few teams, especially the English and the French. I think they might have something up their sleeve, the Aussies. A bit like the French, you just don't know what you're going to get. And as I said, Zimbabwe, congratulations to them. 30 points to 28 winners to qualify and win the Africa Cup for the 3rd time, but more importantly, qualifying for the Rugby World Cup. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm so happy I finally got the Zimbabwe jersey. So now I can wear that and support them just remembering the days of Richard Simba crossing the line at Athletic Park, I think Zimbabwe will go really, really well. So, I mean, I'll get to this in a moment, but so yeah, we've got plenty of games on, and other results from the weekend, literally, were, of course, the Ranfurly Shield. And if I can just bring that up, there we go, Ranfurly Shield. Poor old Thames Valley. They went with high hopes against Taranaki, only to be down by 43-0 at half-time there on Saturday. And unfortunately, going down by a massive 97-0. A lot of talk about what shirts the, what do you call them? Taranaki boys were wearing. It was the local sort of club colours, I believe, Mania or something like that. You can comment if I'm wrong. But yeah, 97-0. It was the largest winning margin in 17 years after Auckland defeated North Otago by 113-3. But the important thing there was, as I was pointed out, North Otago got 3 points. So unfortunately, Thames Valley were just not in the game. And after, 2 defences, that is an impressive record for the Taranaki boys. 78-7 against King Country a few weeks back. And then, of course, 97-0. Okay, Heartland teams, they are amateur. Taranaki against Thames Valley had a lot of their Super Rugby players back in action. So it was a tough call for Thames to go down there and even have a crack. But, hey, the experience, not everyone gets to play a Ranfurly Shield. So well done to the boys' teams showing up and putting in the mahi. Of course, then the next Ranfurly Shield will be Taranaki playing the Taniwha on August the 2nd. Yep, just around the corner, 14 days away. Can't wait for that. The start of the NPC, and we do kick off with a Ranfurly Shield in that first weekend. So, where are we at now? Okay. I said we'd get on to the Lions, and the British and Irish Lions play the First Nations. As you can see, I'm proudly supporting the First Nations tonight, New Zealand time. It's on at about, 10 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something like that, New Zealand time. But 9 Scotsmen in this British Lions team, and with Jack Morgan, the lone Welshman there, hopefully putting his hands up for test selection at the MCG. But you can guarantee a lot of these guys won't be there. I can't see Finn Smith going back to back to back. But I suppose the important number there is number 12, Owen Farrell, dragged in as an injury replacement, will be captaining the Lions for the very first time. So who is in the First Nations team? So, as you can see, they're all Super Rugby players out of the Waratahs, ACT Brumbies, etc. And Curtly Beale, who played them, 20 years ago, is back as captain. So this is your lineup. I hope I love this. The main reason this game is on is because the Melbourne Rebels folded, and so they had to come up with this new team. I hope this new team continues like the Anzac team, but I also hope this team shows the flair that you expect from a Barbarians type side, and actually put a couple of points on the Lions. But you'd have to say the way the Lions have been performing, it could be a blowout. But let's hope the First Nations actually get up and score a few meat pies in the game. So keep an eye out for it. It will be an awesome game to watch. And I've got to go for a pick. So even though I'm wearing their jersey and I'm quite proud of the concept, I think the Lions will be too strong and win by at least 20-23. 5 points. Sorry for that, First Nations and Pacifica people. If you disagree with me, throw it in the comments, because as Mike Sheehan just said from his deathbed, good game time for the Swamp Foxes. Can't wait till round 1 of Heartland. So yeah, we've got a few special episodes lined up over the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that as we get closer and closer to the Heartland rugby. So if I now move on, talking about Heartland rugby, this Saturday we've got the Classics, who demolished the Pacifica team at Eden Park in the weekend, and they're going to take on Wanganui at Cook's Gardens. It's a 2:35 kickoff. It will be on TV NZ Plus if you want to catch this game. So it will be our first real look at how the Butcher Boys are going in 2025, how they're progressing. They are up against a formidable lineup, and if I can bring this up, hopefully we can see the names. They were a bit small, but I'll read them out for you anyway. The Classic All Blacks are Jamie McIntosh, Hika Elliott, Chris King, Jason Eaton, Hoana Matinga, Chris Marsoe, Scott Waldron, and Colin Burke in the forwards. And in the backs, we're going to have Toby Moreland, Stephen Beaver Donald, Toby Arnold, Anthony Tuatavaki, Isaiah Tuava, Jordan Hyland, and Andre Taylor, who only a couple of years ago was playing for Wairarapa Bush. And then in the reserves, we've got Jason Rutledge, James McCougan, Michael Bent, where are we? Nick Croswell, Fafili Lavavi as well, who's just been announced as the assistant coach for Ngāti Porou East Coast for the upcoming Heartland season. Thomas Waldron, Jamie Booth, my eyes are focusing here, Mana Ashford, Bryce Robbins, Paul Perez, and Lalanga Vizinia. So yeah, and of course they're being coached by Chris Hayden and Laura Hayden. So yeah, it's going to be an awesome day. And if you, as I said, if you can get to watch it on TVNZ Plus here in New Zealand, tune in from about 2 o'clock. I think it'll be a great, awesome game and a great spectacle of rugby. Right. So where are we at now? Oh, all the NPC stuff is starting to happen. It's only a couple of weeks away. And of course, the Wellington squad, the reigning champions. Yep. Whoop, whoop. My mighty Lions. They announced their team today. And one of the first names I see is Akira Eramea in the forwards. Yes, that is the son of Lions legend Alama Eramea. And he's there. We've got Adi Savia, Asafu Amua. It's a huge team. You know, I mean, these names you're just hearing everywhere at the moment. You know, Brad Shields, Duplessis Karefi, PJ Sheck, Peter Larkai. I mean, it is an amazing squad. Now, there are 4 players who are in the wider squad. And then there's a couple of guys there also getting their first contract. So congratulations to them. And then, of course, in the backs, they've got a couple of they've got a couple of Japanese guys there, Kenichi Yamamoto and Hibiki Yamada. They're over here from Japan to ply their trade in the NPC. But then, you know, you got that back line there, Riley Higgins, Ruben Love, TJ Clark, Matt Proctor, Kyle Preston came home from the Crusaders. So, yeah, Wellington's side is looking quite impressive. If we have another look through some other squads there, the, what do you call them? The Bay of Plenty Steamers, runners-up, of course, last year. And I just need a drink. Congratulations also to Whakarawera, who took out the Bay Wide Championship in the weekend. But, yeah, they've got some big names there. coming through. Triple T, he's coming off his first ever surgery, so I hope you're coming well there, Triple T. Kurt Eklund, of course, there, captain of the New Zealand Maoris, and was over for the Anzac team. So he's looking quite good there. In the backs, you've got guys Leroy Carter, Imoni Narawa, All Black. You've got Nahari, Magavi Black, Sevens player, Frank Vanuku, Fihi Finanogava. You know, it's just like, wow, you know, some talent in that Bay of Plenty side, and I'll be expecting to see them go a long way in the competition. And then, of course, you know, sure, people say I don't like Auckland. Well, I don't. But, I mean, when they post teams like this and you can hardly read the names, yeah, well, there you go. It's a good idea with all their clubs, pictures, and all that sort of stuff. But it is an interesting lineup for the forwards there. I mean, I've named 100,000 of them. And then, of course, in the backs, a little bit better. Ricky Oani is still there. AJ Lamb is still there. You got Stephen Perifetta now, who's going to be a full-time Auckland player. So good luck to Auckland, but not too much luck. And then, of course, we've had the, as I said the other day, all the teams coming out. We've now had sort of confirmation of some of them. Taranaki there, name jumps out at me there, Kitely Watson. He's out of the Wanganui, but yeah, you got the Barrett brothers all there. Taranaki have been making every post a winner in pre-season so far. Southland Stags, well, half of their team, as we mentioned last week, are out of Otago, but you got Fletcher Morgan there, who's come down from the Thames Valley to play. And then also just double check that his name was still in the mix. Just trying to see if I can see it there. And no, he's not. Or is he? Caleb. Where's Caleb? I can't see Caleb's name there. There were a couple of West Coasters named in that Southland squad, but it looks like they've now been left out. So sorry to see that. Otago, again, they're looking to rebuild and are looking quite, well, I mean, you know, George Bauer, you got Sali Mao, Rowan Wingham, Henry Bell, Liam Coltman. That's what I was going to bring on. How good is it to see a guy of his class, his age, donning the blue and gold again, once more for Otago? And then, of course, they've got the mercurial Fabian Holland. How many of these All Blacks will play in the NPC? It'll be interesting to see. They might be at the arse end of it as the Rugby Championship winds up. But, yeah. Hawke's Bay, they're going through a bit of a rebuild as well, but pretty much huge. I mean, they've got Jonah Lowe, Zahn Sullivan, Andrew Tuatavalu in the backs, which is quite exciting. Harry Godfrey, Lincoln McCutcheon, and Will Cole. So Harry Godfrey out of Wanganui, Lincoln McCutcheon. Actually, I'll bring this up because this is what I'm saying. There is places for people from Heartland. Harry Godfrey out of a product of Wanganui school system. Lincoln McCutcheon associated with Ngāti Pro East Coast, and Will Cole, who's originally out of Greytown in the Wairarapa Bush. Well, that's your three Magpie first fives for the season, all originally out of Heartland. So well done to those guys. Counties, well, yeah, that's pretty much a standard one. Cam Roygaard, of course, will be there after All Black duties, and they'll be guided around the paddock by Riley Hohepa, who's been playing for the Crusaders, of course, as well. Right, where are we up to? Northland Taniwha, they will be, as I said, having a first crack at the Shield and NPC. And I'm going to say it now. I think the Taniwha will get up for this. I think they will travel down to Taranaki and rip that Ranfurly Shield out of the hands of the Bulls like a good Taniwha would, and take it back up to Whangarei. So let's keep an eye on that as we get closer to the start of the NPC season. We'll get stuck into that next week, because next week is the start of the competition. Other teams though coming out this time, it was I'm impressed with the graphics and the naming from King Country. They've been doing a really, really good job this year. But they've just had their final with Tongariro United, I believe, getting up, winning the championship there. So there's quite a few Tongariro boys in the forwards. Liam Rowlands will be back, I'm guessing captain, for another season. Caleb Foote, and then in the backs, you still have one of the names that sort of was there, but now it's not there. It was was it Tom Ricky? I'm thinking. Oh no, I'm thinking of Mid Canterbury. Excuse me. It's hard to keep all the names in the head, but otherwise, it'll be interesting to see how they do go. Jonty Stewart and Cordy Nordstrom in the backs, and Patrick Headley, they look like the guys that they've brought in the backs, with Renata and Nate in the forward. So that's good luck coming up to then. Hopefully we'll get someone from King Country on the show. But as I said, Otago Country. Who? Otago Country. You've got to watch these games. Jump onto YouTube. Check out all these matches. Upper Clutha ended up winning the White Horse Cup in the weekend. And so are champions of OC. And so their squad has been announced. Plenty of guys from Wakatipu, Crescent, Alexandra, Cromwell, Clutha, as I said. So they've got a major competition coming up very, very shortly. So before I do that, I'll just have a quick look. Mike saying, yeah, it is a strong KC squad. Unfortunately, they had a strong squad last year too. Sure, they won the Lahore Cup. Can they build on that? Let's see, eh? I'm hoping they do. I think they could go to the next step and go Meads Cup, but we'll soon find out. Right, so as I said, it was just going to be me today. So what I do need to do is I do have coming up very shortly an interview with, you may have seen me promoting Unstoppable Rugby Movement, who were really awesome to be a member of. We're member 165. On our Facebook page and that, you'll see in our bio where you can join up here. It is a worldwide, so it is a new worldwide organisation to support rugby players. And to me, it's sort of like, yeah, to me, I think it's an awesome idea. We do have a interview lined up with this young man, Harry Roberts, former Springbok, number 573. He's one of the founding members, literally number one, number two of this organisation. And what they're going to be doing is literally promoting the game of rugby to all the countries. I mean, as I said there in that previous graphic, you know, we've got 10 million players globally, 500, but they all start at grassroots. And this is what Rugby Heartland and Rugby Redefined is about. It's about grassroots rugby. So if you haven't joined, click on the link you see going across the screen there. I'll see if I can actually get that up into our, into our chat bot here as well. I'll just copy that actually, show that and go into the comments. Hopefully that will post if I do that. You'll see it in the link in the comments below, either on YouTube or on Heartland and on Rugby Redefined. Click the link and follow you. It's free to join, but the thing is, be part of this new global phenomena, because I think it's going to go far. They've already got quite a few thousand of members already, and yeah. So it will be awesome to see how that goes. So otherwise, as I said, I've got a interview with Harry Roberts coming up, which we will be recording. He is in another time zone. So, Harry, hopefully you're watching this. We will definitely get together and have a good chat, and you can tell us exactly what Unstoppable Rugby is about and the ethos of Unstoppable Rugby. So, as I said, that it was going to be a short, sharp show today. All I have to do is remind everyone that we are available on the YouTube channel. We are available as part of the Rugby United hashtag. And of course, we're also brought to you by Vault Rugby. We're brought to you by HSN, the Health Sports Network. And every now and then, we are simulcasted on rocketfm.co.nz. But otherwise, that's about it for me today. Good luck to the First Nations team tonight. I thank everybody for taking your time out, half an hour, to listen to my rants and raves. And until we meet again, hopefully in the next few days, after I've done a few more interviews, we do have next week a special Heartland guest, and also I get the hint, Mr. Sheehan. There are 3 Southern teams in the Mid-Canterbury finals this weekend. That is why Mike is taking this time out to have a bit of get his body ready for a few drinks this weekend at the game. So when you go to all these finals this weekend with Southern involved in 3 of them, which isn't impressive, good on them, and good luck to Mike, and hope you have a great turnover at the bar. And also, I'd be remiss in saying that my Johnsonville club just missed out on the Jubilee Cup final. They had to go to extra time here in Wellington, and they went down by 27 points to 24 against a strong Tawa outfit. And they will be up against a very strong Hutt Old Boys in the Jubilee Cup final this weekend. They had to go the whole distance as well, and gone up over Parramatta by 45 to 42. So we're in for a humdinger of a Jubilee Cup final this year. So as I said, we're literally at the pointy end now. We've got about half a dozen finals all around the country. So get down, support all your club rugby teams, enjoy the weather, and as Mike says, the showgrounds will be rocking. I just don't want to see any streaking going on there, Mike. But yeah, so get down, behave, enjoy the final stays wherever you are in New Zealand, and good luck, as I said, to the First Nation side tonight, and also to the Lions in the weekend. As I said before, Mike jumped on there in the comments. We do have a special guest on the show next week, hopefully live. So keep an eye out for that. We'll drop a few hints on the socials about it. But yeah, catch up with us for Rugby Chat next Tuesday, 11 a.m. New Zealand time. Peace out, and we'll talk to you all later. And again, thank you all for watching. See you.